Ladies and gentlemen, I think we are back for another run at Gamma. But before we get into a run, I just want to say thank you very much for 1.4k. We managed to raise that much in the space of coming up to about 7.5 hours, which is mad. Of course, I will be your host for Billy Hatcher and oh god, Oriel the Wisp. Jesus, I forgot about that for a second. And of course, we have Art Run at Kyrrone here. And I will leave you guys to it then. And yeah, off you go and good luck.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I'm Kyrrone. And this is Billy Hatch and the Giant Egg. This is a game that I've been speedrunning for over a year and a half. And today I'm joined with my good friends Christian Royal, who is actually his birthday today. And we have Monkey.
Howdy.
Hello, cool. I'm Christian. This is the voice.
So we'll get ready to count down in just a second. So time starts when we press story. So we'll go like 3, 2, 1, go. So 3, 2, 1, go. So right off the bat, we do have like a minute and a half long cutscene, which we can't skip. So so we have some time to kill here. What should we talk about, boys?
Probably about Force 1, because there's a lot to go over that happens really quickly.
Yes.
Despite it being the first level of the run, it's like honestly one of the top 10 hardest, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. It's like right off the bat, we have to do quite a precise jump to get over a fence, and if we miss it, we lose like 9 seconds. So if I miss that, I'm going to be quite disappointed in myself, but it's not the end of the world, so I'm going to pray that I get it. So I think the first thing you're going to notice is that this game is going to be very bizarre as well. Like, from the plot alone, you'll see in this cutscene, and just from like the way the whole game moves. You basically spend the whole time pushing eggs around, which is like your primary form of movement. But along that, you can bounce with them, you can roll around, you can attack enemies with them. And you have like, it's a very simple moveset, but it's very versatile in how you can move and the way it can interact with the physics.
Physics interaction is definitely the part that makes this a really fun run, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the movement definitely makes this game what it is. It is so fun, and it only gets better. It only gets more fun the better you are at it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So we're just coming into the first level now after this load screen. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do anything right away. And this is because we don't have a chicken suit yet, and you need a chicken suit to roll eggs. So we need to match with this text box. That's the chicken god calling us, telling us what to do, but we don't care. We know what we're doing. Here's a little bit of tech here. If we hold against the wall like this, we move slightly faster when we haven't got an egg, so we can just do that to save a little bit of time off the start. And getting 11.8 right there is a perfectly acceptable time. So now we have our chicken suit, we can now roll around eggs. After we watch another cutscene, but this one's fairly short. This is Dark Corvo. He's one of the antagonists of the game, and he's a crow. The crows bring night to the world, and we need to bring morning back. They also like to shapeshift as different types of animals, so these ones are cats. And now we're going to get into our first trick, which I'm going to let Christian and Monkey explain, because I need to concentrate on it.
I'll explain this one. This is called a PDR.
And I nailed it.
Nice. I saw that is a very nice PDR. I guess right over. And that works by abusing physics. By basically, you basically just go, okay, I'm now affected by any and all physics. Ignore the door clip, we can come back to that. There's another one coming up soon.
Oh.
Nice enemies. Yeah, alright, there was a KBC. Something else we'll probably explain in depth a little bit later.
These could get
you can just clip through walls.
Yeah,
basically
I think there's only like one gate we open in the entire game out of the several we come across.
Yeah, we definitely use that tech a lot, and it's actually really, there's a lot of different ways you can clip through doors.
For sure. So I haven't actually mentioned this yet on the stream, but right now my PB in this game is a 1 hour and 5 minutes flat, and the world record is 1 hour 4 minutes and 56 by Monkey. So the goal is, if I get a 105, which is a very respectable time, I will donate £10. And I think Christian and Ben, or me, will also be donating £10. If I get a 104, I will be donating £20. And if I get anything less than a 105, I'll be donating a fiver, nonetheless. So look forward to that, because this run's going to go quite crazy. And right now, we've just hatched this egg, which brings morning back. And that's basically the objective of the first level of every world, except the final one.
Yeah, and a big thing we'll be looking out for in various of these first levels in each world is the different fruits that you can pick up that spawn from enemies are actually random, and every egg in the game has a preferred fruit type. So, for example, the golden mare eggs are they prefer cherries or pineapples, and if we get those, then they have double the value of any other fruit. So we'll be looking out for those.
We didn't get any drops there in that level, but that's fine. Only just a couple seconds. So this is Forest 2. This is going to be the first boss level. But first we have to actually get to the portal where the boss is, which isn't very hard. We're going to do a jump off here, and we're going to land by this bee, which is going to force it to inflate, which makes getting around it much easier. Oh, okay. That's fine.
And the quick backup.
And then we're going to try something called a flower jump here. If we bounce off this spot into this sign, we'll get launched like that up there. It wasn't the best flower jump, but it got up there, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, the signs in this game are pretty wacky, as are a lot of objects in this game. But with a very precise setup there, a little bit of timing to avoid the enemies, you can just egg bounce into the sign with a lot of speed, and you just go flying.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different variations of it that we'll be seeing throughout the run.
Yeah.
Just more physics abuse.
Cool. So here's Era Gecko. He's the first boss of the game. He's fairly straightforward. We'll explain basically how he works, and once we've done that, then we will get into a couple donations if we have any. But so, first of all, he likes to hide in the grass, but he's very easy to find because he's always basically in front of where Billy is. Once we've done that, he has an attack where he'll chase you and swipe his tail. So we can get him into good spots, which will then bring him back to the middle, and he'll just water the plants and hide again. So now's basically a good time for donations because the battle just repeats from this point on.
All right, brilliant. So we just get the tab up here, and we have a first donation here from Hass, I think. I hope all these eggs are free range. I'll be blessing this run for God Cycle and good RNG. Good luck to consistent King Kai and his incoming 1 hour 5. Oh god, 3 times Billy Hatcher run. I think I may have absolutely. Oh, it's 3x. It's 3x. I've just realised that. It's 1 hour, 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
He's
Jesus.
cursing me there. We've got so many 1 hour, 5 minutes, 30 second times, which was like basically where my PB was sat until like a week ago. So with the way I'm going, that's probably the time we'll be getting today.
And we have time for one more, unless I can just save that for a bit later on. Or
now's a good time, actually.
Go for it.
And we have Samarillion as well, £10 donation from him. I'm going to donate now to give my Kai my blessing. Put my donation towards Chili's nipple % run too. All the runs today so far have been great.
He's not wrong there. They've all been good. I've been watching them all day. And thank you so much, Samu. And I don't think I said thank you to Haz. Thank you, Haz, as well. So here's a little timetable we can do after this cutscene. We usually have to talk to a chicken out of here, and he'll debrief us on what's going to happen next. But if we just mash start, we can basically open up the start menu and just get out of the world like that, and still collect our emblem. So now we're going to enter Forest 3, which is actually a really fun level, in my opinion. It's basically just a straight-up movement level, but the movement's just really, really cool.
And really quick, should probably explain basically the whole way to beat this game as fast as you can. You just have to get 25 emblems and beat all the bosses, and then you play an extra level. I guess not an extra level, but you play another level, and then it'll send you to the final world. So basically the whole run is finding the 25 fastest emblems while also killing all the bosses, and we can beat the game.
Yeah. So here we're going to do that egg KBC that we did before. So essentially how it works is if Billy takes damage when he's against a wall, he just like lets go of the egg and loses collision very slightly, and then you can just go through the wall with that. And luckily our eggs that are larger than like the egg you have deal damage to you, so you can just use that to clip through like most walls in the game. And here's a trick called a chick bounce. This is fairly new, and yeah, we can just bounce off that chick to get a little bit of speed and get us over that door a little bit quicker.
Yeah, it's the same thing as a sign bounce. It's just manipulating hitboxes and physics. You just kind of go fast.
Weird thing about the chick bounces is that you can only do a chick bounce when you've hit them and they're bouncing up and down.
Yeah, and what you just saw there as well, essentially level design in this game's a bit wacky where these gates are meant to be obstacles you have to like put down and stuff. Yeah, we can just jump around most of them. There's only a couple in the game which you can't.
So which are the gates that we open? We open one gate in.
I think mainly anyone that's like just goes inside a building is usually the ones we have to open. But most of the time,
Yeah.
it's just if it's out
It's
in the
definitely
open,
a single-digit amount. Like there is not a lot.
I know that we opened 3. You have Circus 2 and and that makes 4 because you have anyway.
But
A
now,
very small amount.
we're now done with the forest world, and we're going to move on to the pirate world. So as Monkey said, we need to get 25 emblems, and we can get 5 of them from this world because there's this level, the boss level, and then 3 very quick missions, back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to get through that now. What did they drop for me? Oh, they dropped cherries. Lovely.
Nice. So yeah, good
That
RNG
is
here
good
allows it allows the ability to completely skip all of the fruit on the beach. Because normally you would have to go down, pick up a couple of fruit, and then there's a strawberry in the boxes you would have to grab. But that does allow us to skip that fruit and then also save a little bit of time, just because it's a quicker path to the end.
Does someone want to explain what just happened there at the end
Yeah,
of that round?
I'll explain. What happened there is something called an IGU, or an instant get up. Basically, when you're rolling along the ground, as he was, or down a hill, if you're on, for me, I think it's either to do with if you're doing it on a slope where Billy's get up animation kind of get interrupted by popping back in onto the ground. Instead of like doing his normal get up animation, he just pops into place. So that's it. It's like half a second it says because you're from the get up animation.
Yeah, roughly.
I don't know how many frames it is, but it's I won't want to say it's frame perfect or like pixel perfect, but it's quite precise.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, it's in most cases it would probably be around 1 frame because it's just the same time that you are touching 2 surfaces, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next level is most of the runners' like worst nightmare. It's a very inconsistent level to get a very fast time on, but it is actually one of the coolest from like a first time watcher or just someone who just spectates these runs. I think a lot.
We have cannons. I'll basically explain it so Kai can focus on the cannons.
Oh yeah, sure, thank you.
Because basically what we're going to do is you can put your egg in a cannon, and like most cannons, you put something in it, you fire it out. And you can abuse that fact by hitting different edges. And as you can see, he gets ricocheted further on into the level. And there's 2 cannons that we use in this level. The first one you see takes him there. And the second one, when he gets it lined up...
Oh, my dead zones are not working well with me
right
right
now.
now.
The dead zone in this game are terrible, which is why I'm explaining it, so we can just get it right.
Oh, nearly. Okay,
Nearly.
There we are. Okay, that's cool.
There we go.
There we go. And this one just sends him right to the boss portal.
The left and right was just not working with me there.
The cannons are they're very hard to control even after you've done them hundreds of times. First try.
Yeah, at least we didn't die. That's the important part.
Yeah.
Also, another quick thing to mention before we get into this boss, that roll jump up onto the platform was also a tech skip. So you could just kind of jump over text triggers. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, so this boss is quite complicated in the way that it works, but essentially, after he's going to start jumping out of these puzzles that he puts down on the ground, and after the third jump out, you can only hit him once, unless you hit him whilst he's in the air, in which then you can hit him twice, and we can use that to get a very quick kill on him by just dunking the egg as he's close to the ground, and then just turning around and hitting him. There will be an apple that respawns here in a moment as well, which will allow us to do more damage. So anyone after this phase now, we can only hit once unless we do this air hit. And there's the apple. And that's 1, 2. Oh. Oops. We might get a 6 shot here. Yeah, that's 6 shot. We could have got 2 shots if I didn't get hit there, possibly. Because it's basically about how quickly you hit him when he's in the air there.
Yeah.
As I got hit, it sort of delayed me a little bit, but that's fine.
The whole point of doing those extra hits is after he would do those 2 or 6 shots, depending on how fast you hit him in the air there, he would do the same diving in and out of puddle cycles again, and it would just take forever.
Yeah.
Now, it's a very common thing we do in bosses, where it's possible to skip phases by abusing the damage caps.
Mm-hmm.
By using different sizes, because different sized eggs do different amounts of damage. And so from that, if you can get them right up against it, and do more than that 1 extra bit of damage that would take them past the cap, you can push them further and further past. And when you do that, obviously on like the end of a phase, it's easy to just get in 1 hit and finish it off a lot earlier than the devs expected you to.
Okay,
we'll see that mostly in Circus and Sand. Those boss fights.
And
yes,
this is important because this next level is an auto-scroller, but there's a way that we can speed it up, which is very complicated, and we only have a minute to explain it. So we're going to try our best to do this now.
Okay.
Very complicated.
Yes.
Yeah. So
you
Who's
know,
gonna go first,
I'll give it a go. Basically,
Go
so this level's an auto-scroller. At the end of the level, there is a bridge that Clippin, who is the penguin that we're racing, will try and walk across. However, if you load and unload the bridge at the same time that that Clippin is deciding whether or not to jump or run or whatever, then you can actually glitch him out, and it'll send him flying to the very end. It's going to be pretty neat. Saves around 10 seconds.
I feel like I'll get it as well because I've been practicing that today and I got it every time. So
Nice.
That's,
Also, even if it takes a little bit loss, you can just turn around to show them what it does. Let's show
exactly what I'm
them.
planning. I plan to lose a little bit of time here just to show it off. And now, and here we are.
There we go. You can
Got
see
it.
just ignoring the laws of physics themselves and just sprinting in the air.
Yep.
He is the snowman. He is walking in the air.
What a reference, man. And yeah, so that's a trick called Super Clip and Yeet. It used to be called Clip and Yeet because he used to just throw himself off the level, then respawn. But then, like a few weeks later, we found a version that made him do that. So we just called it Super Clip and Yeet.
Yeah, if I'm not wrong, I believe it was found on complete accident
It was,
by
yeah.
a casual player.
Both
Not a
versions. Yeah, both versions were found by accident. I think Squid accidentally got Clip and Yeet one time, and then a couple years later I got it, and then Shadow worked out how it worked, and then Super Clip and Yeet was just found by some guy practicing Clip and Yeet. So this is a very stupid level in the terms that you'll just basically see. You have basically 5 minutes to save Rolly, who is this girl character in the bottom corner, but yeah, it only takes around
Like
20
90
seconds because there she is.
Yeah, you that pipe has collision for some reason, and it is really easy to bounce off of, and you just skip that entire level. You'll see it again.
Yeah,
in the next
in
level
Pirate
as well.
Five.
Yeah, well, they saw it in the last level as well, because that's how you
that
get
is
up
true.
there.
It's a very like common, like it's a very used trick in this world, but like
It's used in almost every single level in this world. The only levels that it isn't used in is Pirate 1, 2, and 7.
yeah.
It's kind of funny.
So that's actually a thing because you just mentioned like missions like 7 and like 8. Usually there's like 5 missions in a world, but by saving Rolly, we've unlocked the 6th mission of every world now.
Yeah, and then there are 3 friends that we can save. We're not
Yeah.
saving one of them because he's stupid and slow. But
I did just make. Oops, sorry. I was just gonna say I did make
whenever
a mistake. I wasn't meant to enter this. I wasn't meant to enter this level right now, but it's
fine.
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, the nice thing
Yeah.
about how this game works is really the routing doesn't matter. Most of the time, you're just gonna do whatever levels you find hard early, or as early as you can, but it doesn't matter in the end. You'll probably lose at most like half a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the only difference is how many
Oh,
times you're going to move
nice.
through the menu. Oh, nice RNG.
Yeah, pineapples from that dino will make getting enough fruit to hatch this egg. Doing a neat trick. Very easy.
Oh, perfect RNG.
Oh, nice.
Perfect RNG.
Perfect RNG.
Let's hope that carries over to Circus.
Oh, for sure. So now that we actually got good RNG, we have to go for a trick called Tree Bounce. If we didn't, we'd have to go for like a different trick. But essentially, we're going to bounce off this tree, similar to how we bounced off that chick in Forest 3. And we're going to land on here and hatch the. That jump is quite
That was
scary
clean.
because
you can
that's
just
a very good dino one.
Yeah, that tree bounce is scary because it's very easy just to not get on the ledge and just fall off and leave the egg up there, which is you quite a lot of time. But yeah, that was clean. We got up there, so it's not even a problem.
Yeah,
You can
if you don't get good enough RNG there, which is pretty rare, honestly, then you would have to do a bounce around the gate down there, pick up some extra fruit, and then hop up into the ring. And then for whatever reason, the ring messes with the ability to talk to the elders, so you'd either have to mash B and hope you press it on the one frame that actually works, or you just have to stand there and wait for a couple seconds. It's really annoying.
Yeah, I think I'll do Pirate 5 when I come back round the missions again later in the run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll be doing a couple loops around the worlds just as we unlock new characters or when more worlds open up so we can do less menus.
Yeah. So in this game, you might have seen some like stripy eggs like just laying around, and the content inside these eggs are actually like little animals that you can like use abilities of. And we actually need to use one of these in this level to like clear the objective, which is how you unlock the boss. So you see these dino heads in the corner. They're very hot, and we need to like cool them down. So we can use this ice animal here called Richie, who is my boy.
Our boy Richie.
Yep, we love Richie. So we're gonna hatch Richie, and we can use him now to cool off these heads. But first we gotta do a trick here called a sign bounce, which basically is like the tree bounce again, but in a sign, and we can get a nice launch across there.
Yeah, that was really good.
Yeah, I haven't actually explained how they work yet, but if you hold into the sign, you just get pushed out with a lot of speed, and then you just hold away as you get pushed out. You can carry that speed even further and go flying.
Yeah.
So that's how we cool down the dino heads. That's the first one done. Now coming up, the rest of the level is going to work off a cycle. So we're going to try our best to make that. It's quite easy. We've got to make sure this chick isn't a problem, which she wasn't. That was very close.
Nice.
That's always really scary.
Whenever you hit that ledge.
Yeah, if you die, this level is super punishing as well because you have to hatch Richie again. So
Yeah.
we made it. We're going to cool off this one. I'm going to jump here and then dash jump, and that'll allow us to time it. We can't jump immediately either because the hit won't register otherwise. So we have to wait for that screen shake before we can move on.
Yeah, this is perfect for basically any run. There is a faster cycle you can get here, but it is not the easiest thing in the world, and it only saves like 4 or 5 seconds.
I think only 2 runners in the community actually go for it right now.
2?
You and Cosmic.
I didn't know Cosmic goes for it too.
Well, he used to. He found it, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm always a bit scared of that jump because you can just land in that little bit of lava there and die and just
If you die while if you die there while the dino is also dying, you kind of soft lock and you just have to restart the entire level, which loses 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
So this is Topo. He's probably the longest and most boring boss in the game. There's not a lot going on. He's going to shoot meatballs at us. We dodge them. We wait for him to slam his head down, and then we attack him. And basically,
the only notable thing is at the very end, which we'll explain. But I think we can get quite a few donations if we got them.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, first thing I just want to say is quickly at the start, the live split decided to mess up a little bit, but we're only about 3. And what it says on screen, 3. Just add 3 minutes onto it, and that's what it is. It's literally just 3 minutes on top of what it is.
You're going to get a 102.
World record.
So I know the time.
And yeah, let's just get it over. Here we go. We got Fergo66, just put
let's go.
okay, and $25 right there as well. And of course, the event is all in for a good cause. Remember, we are raising money for Mind Charity, whose aim is to help people with mental health issues. And of course, with lockdown being so prominent right now, they really, really are a really good charity to look into, to donate to, all that jazz. Of course, ! Donate! ! Mind, of course, get him more familiar with the charity as well. And yeah, maybe that.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, this boss is essentially a glorified autoscroller. It's just picking up fruit, dodging the meatballs so you don't pop your egg, and also get a faster kill.
Yeah, even if you pop your egg, it's not a big deal. You just lose time at the end. Yeah, it's like only a small amount. So this spot I'm standing on right now is very important because essentially he slams his head and throws the boss onto the opposite side of the arena. So the opposite side of the arena is where the emblem spawns. So we're going to try and kill the boss on the emblem spawn and immediately pick it up. And that's known as the Kai spot because I was the one who came up with the idea. So we've got to keep our eye on that spot and hope that he sort of puts himself in a decent position because he goes 3/4 of the way around the arena before he can slam his head down. That's a bit risky, so I might not be able to get the Kai spot if I stand on that. So I'm going to have to go a bit away from it, I think. But it's not the end of the world, that's still close enough. Yep, and we dodged them all without losing our egg, and I'm just going to stand here.
Nice, that'll work.
Yeah. Yeah, so you'll see that I'm going to spawn very close, well, the emblem's going to spawn very close to us, but not on us, just because of a bit of a rough precision rough. But yeah, we can probably get that in one jump like that, as opposed to us going across the entire arena, which takes a while. So now we're done with the Dino World for now. The Dino World is one of the slowest in the game, so Fortunately for us, that's all we're going to see of it, apart from
Yeah,
One more level.
all
at
of
the
the
very
quick
end.
levels are either locked behind Dino 3, which is a fairly long level, it's nearly 2 minutes, or locked behind extra characters, which we don't have yet.
Yes. So yeah, that's actually a good point, because we're talking about saving friends. There are 3 friends in the game where you can save. One is called Chick, and we won't be saving him because he is stuck behind Dino 3, so we don't go for him. So that does mean that we are going to go after one more friend, which is Bantam. He's in the 4th mission of this world, so we just got to get through some more of these missions in the Blizzard world first. I would say Blizzard's one of the fastest worlds in the game, because all the missions are relatively short in size, and are really fun as well. We can bounce off these two trees,
this might be my favorite world. I love this world so much; it's so fun. This is a Fire Hoop.
That's a shame.
Unfortunately, we
That's a
missed.
shame.
I'd mess that up.
Basically, we don't
We're going to ignore it. It wasn't there.
we don't have like specific numbers really, because it's kind of a wacky trick with rings in this game because they're not super consistent. But if you egg bounce and roll into the ring and press A fast enough, like within a couple of frames, you can bypass that fire and just jump straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, that trick always scares me a little bit. It's fine. It doesn't do that much time. I think going for it twice may have lost me just a little bit too much time, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. This mission's quite short anyway, because it's like, you just get this egg to the bottom of the slide, which we did very well, and then we just hatch it off these snowmen. Yeah, about 9 seconds lost is not a big deal.
Luckily,
yeah.
with this boss level, we don't need to worry about RNG. Not a boss level, golden egg level. There's no RNG. It's all the fruits come perfectly laid out.
Yeah. That slide can be annoying to navigate though, so it's very easy to miss fruit, but yeah, it wasn't a problem there.
Dino 2 has not Dino 2, Blizzard 2 has some pretty neat intricacies.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, it's just a big jump, skip, and then a little bit of a weird route to hatch another egg animal, and then we'll see if Kai can hit a I guess not very precise, but let's see if he can hit a pretty hard cycle to save around 3 seconds.
Yeah. This mission's quite cool. It's been rerouted quite a lot, but essentially, like, there's like, so yeah, we need to, again, as you'll see in the bottom corner, there's these icicles we need to break, so we need an egg animal for that. Luckily, there's a fire egg animal which will melt the ice. His name is Cypher, and we're going to go get him. Now, there's one to the left and one to the right, but we found it's faster to go to the right and perform this rather tight jump, which we got over the thorns, and kill these cats like in this order. We have to kill them in that order, otherwise fruit will despawn, which we don't want. So there we are. So we can very quickly hatch Cypher like that.
Yeah, this is looking good for the good cycle right now.
Yeah. And now we're going to perform another KBC. So yeah, we can clip off these thorns by just jumping into the wall and then into the thorns like that. Very easy clip to perform. And then we can go up these rails like this, and now we have to try and hit these icicles. We didn't make the cycle, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's only like 2 seconds or so.
Yeah, I hardly make it anyway, so this is what I would call a good level in my opinion for a run. I mean, like, of course it could be better, but like, yeah, it's very hard to make that cycle anyway, so. And it's quite risky if you think you can make it and, you know, ultimately miss it.
And now we're on to a very special boss, I think.
Yeah, because there's no RNG in Blizzard 1, but there's RNG in this boss. So
yes.
I'll
boss. You focus on it and I'll explain what's going on.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds like
because basically, as we mentioned before, how all bosses have a damage cap. This boss is the exception to that rule, where you can hit him as many times in the time limit that he has of being in his vulnerable states. Here, you hit him a set number of times, because it slows him down in this current phase coming up, where he'll bounce around. And we need him to be slower so we can hit these ice balls, because these all drop fruits. And essentially, by abusing this fact and getting enough fruit, it's possible to grow a large enough egg and just take him out in his first phase, well, technically 2 phases. And we call this fast moles, because we beat moles fast. Yeah. And we do it by doing this very specific run into him, jump and egg slam, because this is the quickest way we have of hitting an enemy the most times in the shortest amount of time.
Yeah, so has in his donation mentioned something called the God Cycle, where in that phase where he drops all those ice balls, you can kill him if you get perfect RNG, like a very quick watermelon drop and like 3 ice balls hit you immediately. It's only been done like a couple times in real time, and I've been ever so close to getting it in runs.
Isn't it? So, I think it's only been done twice ever RTA, and only once in a run.
Yeah. Once in a night out and once in a run, and like...
Yeah. Because I think I did it in that random all levels run that was really terrible.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't even gold because I lost so much time before the portal.
And I remember I got the IR record because I got a really good like portal entry time, and then trying out a new strat, and then I just got that and I screamed. It was
it was so rare funny. And difficult.
Yeah. So, in this mission, we basically have instead of having an egg this time, we actually have a snowball, and the objective is to roll snow around to grow it, and then put it on top of a snowman. So this mission's all about just dashing, really. Like, you gotta like be able to time your dashes well, which I'm not doing a very good job of right now. I can tell by these gaps.
Can we get a donation quick, seeing as this is just dashing around for like 25 seconds?
Absolutely. We have one from It Me, £5 donation, saying, "Gonna donate 5 now and any extra if you hit your goals. Good luck, Kai. Praying for good Circus 1 RNG and sick first try skips."
Awesome. Thank you, Ben.
Shoutouts to Ben. Ben's a beast.
Yeah, Ben's one of our newest runners to the game, and he's already improving quite fast. Great lad.
Yeah, and you heard him mention Circus 1. We'll be going there shortly after, I think. Are you going to do Blizzard 6 right now?
Yeah, I've got to do a couple more levels after Blizzard, then I go into Circus. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So we got about 6 more levels till we go there. But then, yeah. All aboard the RNG train.
So, fun fact, this is the longest Save a Friend mission, and it is not long.
Yeah. This is actually one of my favorite missions in the game because I think the movement's very clean. So, yeah, we can like jump out of this hoop, and then we're going to do a very like similar movement that we did to start Blizzard 1, where we jump off these 2 trees. And if we're lucky, we might be able to get an IGU. We didn't get it. I don't even know why I mentioned that because I never get it. So we then go for this blue ring, and there's this mirror here. Well, not a mirror, sorry, just a window. And we can just roll through it, and there's Bantam, and he's saved. Normally we have to go to the outside of the level, and then coming from above. But they have this window just in case you want to go do other stuff in the level before you finish it. But yeah, we can just go through the back door. And
yeah, it's kind of you're supposed to go out that, but we go in it instead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the IL record for that level is a low 27, and like I said, that is the longest Save a Friend mission in the game.
Yeah.
The other 2 are also, one is just under 20 seconds, the other one is just over.
Yeah. The one in Dino is quite, like, the hardest for sure.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, the strategy of doing that and crazy. Which is a shame, because, like, I did have an idea for an incentive where we would go and do that mission instead of doing some other missions in this game. But yeah, that didn't happen. But it's not a big problem. It means we can get a good time in this game as opposed to doing some slow missions.
It's just another race level. Nothing fancy this time, except for, I guess, the very end, there's like a little tiny time saver, but it's really nothing notable, so...
Yeah, if you got 1 donation, that should be good.
Yep, we do. Of course, we have Exelar as well, saying, "Hi Kai, good luck for me and my copious amount of girlfriends," and $5 from that. And of course, guys, we're getting very close to 1.5k. You guys have absolutely smashed it today. Thank you so much. And yeah, keep donating. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Just in time. So if we stand here and mash B, we can actually end the race slightly early because this whole rabbit bird thing has to descend, but we can just talk to it whilst it sort of descends, and it just floats in the air. It's quite funny to look at.
Yep, the flying animal continues to fly. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
Just real quick, I want to say shout out to Exlor because he is a beast and basically is godfather of this game. Got pretty much everyone that still plays into it.
Yeah, and he basically was like one of the only runners at one point, so he was keeping all like this hidden tech alive and stuff. I think he got you into it, didn't he, Monkey?
Yeah.
Cool. So we're going back to Dino now, and this is Christian's favorite level. So
yes, I
feel Christian's going
to. This is my favorite level because it was just basically there was a piece of useless tech we had called a corner clip where it was noticed that when you climb up on a ledge, you move slightly to the left. And it was found, hey, if you do it in a specific way, you can clip through some corners. So we called it a corner clip. However, something was found with this, as you'll see on the box when Kai gets it.
Oops.
You're able to clip through up here. The reason this is very different is because it's the only level where you can do this by jumping onto a box. Because Bantam's wider hitbox means instead of getting pushed out from not being in far enough, he's able to stay in. Because usually you have to jump on top of it and walk off slowly to land to get onto the ledge. But with that, you can just jump up into the box. Essentially.
Yeah, it makes
Just go right through.
And it also
It makes it very quick and very fast and very easy to do.
Yeah.
True.
And whilst this mission doesn't have the fastest IL time, it is actually the quickest mission in RTA time.
Yeah, there's no
Also-
cutscenes. The split is just over a minute. It's like a minute and 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, like that trick alone saved like 9 seconds off like already quick mission. So
Mhm.
it was a really insane discovery. This is Pirate 5. We're meant to do this earlier, but I accidentally entered Dino 1. But let's chill.
It doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all.
See if these anchors are good. These anchors can be really mean, but it looks like these are really good.
Yeah, you have to kind of like look at the pattern and like know how to move through them.
SIG.
Yep. And we have to be careful around that gate, which we did perfectly well.
Another cannon shot that's really cool. Just skip like that part of the level.
Actually, there's something. Oh yeah, and here's a very cool bit of movement. So yeah, these this fire's meant to surround all these platforms, and you're meant to like hatch that clipping penguin animal to put out the fire. But if we move quick enough, we can just get in and out before the fire even surrounds that platform, and get a 37 like that. I was going to say that you might have noticed some like faded out eggs. They actually have Sonic's face on it, and if you don't know, this game is actually developed by Sonic Team, so technically it is a 3D Sonic game.
The best 3D Sonic game.
That explains why it's so broken.
Though I believe our donation reader is a Sonic Adventure 2 runner, so he might disagree.
Don't worry, all Sonic games are bad. As a Sonic player, yeah, I agree. So,
All right, so here's 4-6. This is definitely one of the harder levels in the run because it is comprised of 2 pretty major enemy KBCs, which is just instead of taking damage from a bigger egg like we did before, we'll take damage off of an enemy against a wall. This one's pretty precise. Let's see if he hits it.
Yes,
But that's definitely the harder of the two. So that was
That's a
really
good
good
RNG
RNG.
one.
Yeah, that was good RNG and good execution. We'd love to see it.
Yeah. I'm going to do this little roll here because it makes one of these bees to our left not chase us, which is lovely. This bee might chase us. He didn't, so I'm going to go for this jump on the half pipe, which I messed up, but it's fine. At least if I fall off the left, I'm dead. If I fall off the right, I just lose a tiny little bit of time. So it's all good.
Then up here we have another KBC. This one is off of a B, which we do a little bit of a manip. Basically just moving there fast enough to make sure he inflates. Set him up against the wall and then just use him to clip through.
Yeah, like that, really easy.
In total, those skips save around 25 to 30 seconds, if I had to guess.
Yeah. This is
Pretty
one.
big.
Yeah, these clips save a lot of time. They're very hard to execute, and I think a lot of runners struggle with this level because they think, oh, these clips save a lot of time, I should go for them. But really, like, yeah, it's a very hard level, so I don't know.
All right.
It's hard to explain.
Circus
So-
one time. We have to hope for not worst case RNG.
Yes.
If you do get the worst case RNG, you lose like 15 to 20 seconds, and it's just completely not your fault.
Shall we talk about the point system and how that works and why, like, what worst case RNG is?
Christian, you want to go for it?
Sure. Basically, every egg is sort of like separated into like you have different egg categories, and they each require a certain amount of points to grow to maximum size. And so you have the 2 different sizes of fruits, and like we said earlier, different eggs have different like preferred fruits. And basically, usually, if I'm correct, small fruits give you 1, and preferred fruits give you 2.
Yep.
Large gives you 3, preferred gives you 6.
Large is 5.
Large preferred.
Large is 5, and then large
Large is
preferred is
5,
10.
preferred is 10. Okay.
Yeah. And you need 48 to grow out a golden egg to max size. Unfortunately, if every enemy was to give you the worst RNG in this section, you'd come up to 46 points. So you need at least...
we need to hit a 2 out of 7 chance twice out of like 10 to 15 enemies up here. And if any of those happen, if we get 2 of them, then we're good.
on my
Oh,
phone.
my.
That was close.
Oh,
Uh,
perfect.
we got
Sure.
RNG.
That's
I don't even have
fine.
to worry about it.
Yeah. If you get like good RNG from one of the big enemies, obviously you get lots of and lots.
You get
of
20 points versus 10. So
Yeah.
I had a bit of a mini like heart attack there when I shot that egg.
yeah.
I thought I was going to
Yeah,
hit that
if-
shockwave and break. 'Cause we haven't
If
actually
your
explained-
if your golden egg takes any damage, it dies instantly, and you lose a ton of time.
yeah,
Because
That was very scary.
Yeah, because not only does it pop, you also get a painfully long cutscene of Billy being not happy that we popped the golden egg,
yes, he's very disappointed.
and that's why he punishes us by having a long cutscene.
Okay, so I'm going to actually take my headset off for this one and just focus because this is
Yeah,
one of the
for
hardest
sure.
missions in the game.
Yeah.
So-
This is where we're going to talk more about what was mentioned earlier, which is a PDR, because this requires two of very good PDRs. Because essentially, what we're going to do is we're going to do something that every dev hates, and that's going out of bounds. Because you're going to see some gates again, and like we said, we see a gate, we skip it. And we can do this on this level because the pillars to the side you can actually stand on and get your egg onto. And we can abuse that fact by getting up on top of them and being able to jump through to the different areas of this level. Because this is pretty essentially a maze to get through. And by doing and getting out of bounds, we can skip some RNG of these glass mirrors. Because usually, like, only one of them you're able to get through, and you like need to just guess which one it is. But by doing
There's
this,
one.
there's one. We can skip that and make it to a further room. And again, we can do one more if Kai gets it.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, very, very, very nice.
And by doing that, that skips all of the RNG mirrors and takes us to the very end. The reason he broke that one mirror from behind is because if anything goes wrong in this room, you've not got any mirrors and there's no eggs in these last two rooms. So if you do that, you soft lock because you can't progress.
Yep.
And so if anything was to
Oh
happen,
my.
for example, like that, hitting the fire, if his egg would have popped and not hit the button,
Let's
it would
go.
have soft locked.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really solid. And,
That was very good.
That went really well.
Yeah. Definitely take that. That is definitely one of the top 5 hardest levels in the run, and that strat saves roughly 10 seconds over what we used to do.
Yeah. Yeah, those PDRs, like, very small window in which you can actually get, like, the height you need. So, yeah. So I just needed to concentrate and hit those A presses at the right time and make sure I was, like, angled correctly. This is Sultan. He's probably one of the quickest bosses in the game. Because he's just very simple in how it works.
Yep.
But should we talk about this or should we just go to, like, a donation? Because it's, like, yeah.
Yeah, this is basically what you're seeing us do. It might look like it's an auto scroll, but we're being very careful of where and when we pick up fruit, how we hit him, because that essentially lets us skip the phases. So you could probably get a donation in now.
That is fine. We have one from David Wallace, £2, saying, "I love eggs. Good job, Kyrrone."
Let's go. Thank you so much.
Eggs are
Probably
great.
time for one more if we have another one.
And just wanted to shout again to two of our biggest donators. We have GP with a big 150, and of course Dev with 186.75. So thank you very much to those two for the massive donations, and of course everyone else for donations as well. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, we'll go into a great course. Thank you, everyone. So we now have to do 3 more missions in Circus, because 2 of these missions are actually really quick. But we have to do Circus 3, which is quite a slow mission. But because Circus 4 and 5 are very fast, it's completely worth doing. So
Yeah, we get 3 emblems for beating a 55-second level with a couple cutscenes, but then also a 30-second level with a minor cutscene, and then a 20-second level with a pretty big one. But it's very worth it.
yeah, compared to whatever levels we have available to us, yeah, these ones are without a doubt the fastest. This level is one of my least favorites, personally, because it is quite difficult, and the start is a little bit RNG based. I actually like the look of this board, so I might actually be able to get a good time out of this.
Yeah, lots of diamonds, so it's not like you have to having.
Oh, okay. That's a mistake. So,
You accidentally got a piece of. Is it basically? There's one little piece of tech you can do to let go of the egg instantly without having to jump.
yeah. And because we're
In
spinning
most
around...
cases, you like it, because hey, you let go of the egg very fast. However, doing it there starts the text box, which you don't want.
Yeah, because we're just spinning around very fast there. Yeah, it just I accidentally got the input and just, yeah, release my egg.
So this is the third, the third and final egg animal we will be hatching in this run.
Yeah.
His name is Reki. Is a monkey flying bat thing that has the power of electricity.
Yeah.
Reki with the lucky.
That's just power.
Sorry, it has the power of lightning. My bad.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a strat here, where if we line ourselves correctly up against this wall, that should work actually. Yep.
Yeah,
We can shoot. We can graze one of these batteries, and then Reki will explode at the end of his attack, and we can hit a second. Saves a little bit of time here. And I'm gonna make sure that connects before I jump, just in case it didn't, because the angle was a bit off. But it did hit, so that's no worry.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna die. Why did you jump off?
No! Oh no! He's dead! No!
Why would I do this? Oh no!
Big mistake.
What a
noob.
fool! He's throwing the rush.
Oh man. Where's this emblem? Can't possibly be where I'm falling.
Run!
Whoa!
Oh, he's gonna do it! Oh my!
Guys?
How did he save that?
Oh, get the camera.
What a save!
That's one of the easiest dash jumps in the game. It's like, it looks like scary jump, but because you have so much leniency to land there, it's so easy. In fact, I think that's the cool thing about these next few levels. There's some very interesting jumps that you do that save a lot of time. So yeah, this is Circus 4. I'm going to attempt a strat here that I'm not 100% confident on, but it does look sick.
Be confident.
Be confident, alright. So we need first of all get our egg to mid-size so it does more damage. Luckily, if we pick up this fruit here, we can do that. And if we jump from this spot here,
Nice.
we can bounce on that sign and land on that hoop really quickly. That's quite a precise trick, and I was a bit scared.
There's a little visual cue, but even then, I mean, it's still not the easiest thing in the world. But that saves around a second compared to bouncing around the gate.
Yeah, it looks sick, and yeah, I wasn't sure.
True.
So.
Yeah,
And that's
very
not
nice
complete
Circus 4.
because the emblem unlocks when you kill those cats in those cages. You have to go around the whole level and open up cages and progress. But yeah, with that long jump we did into that hoop, yeah, we skipped all of it.
That was actually a very clean emblem grab as well, because those enemies can get in the way. But there they were just decided to be nice, because they know it's for a good cause.
And they decided to smile for the camera as well. So one more mission in Circus, and this is Circus 5. Very similar to the Save Your Friends mission, in which it's very short and stupidly short, actually, as you'll see in a moment. And yeah, this is also very similar to the Blizzard Free mission, where we rolled a snowman, but instead, when we get to the bottom of this slide, there will be a firework. Now, this firework, if it touches any enemy, even the ones that if we roll over, they die, this will explode. So we've got to be very careful with this. But if we do this dash jump like this, and then do this really sick movement that probably made Monkey pop off a little bit because it's quite precise.
Yeah.
It makes me mad because not enough people go for it, but it's so cool and it saves time.
Yeah. But that's one thing we haven't explained is if we roll into a hoop, it makes Billy immediately descend, and you can only get in hoops whilst you're descending. So you can essentially just speed up getting into hoops by rolling. Of course, doing it there is quite risky because you have a very high chance of rolling into an enemy and dying. But yeah, I got that without a problem, so that's all good.
Alright, so now we're moving into Sand, the second to last world. This is probably, in total, this probably has the hardest levels. We've got Sand 2 and Sand 3 specifically are definitely two of the hardest levels, and Sand 1 is no slouch either.
Yeah, Sand 1's definitely the easiest. Second easiest of the lot, I guess. I forgot there's a really easy level in Sand as well, but yeah.
See if he goes for Crow Bounce here.
I won't be going for it. I haven't practiced it enough.
Makes sense. Yeah, so there's you can do a similar tech to a Sign Bounce, just a Crow Bounce. You kind of have to spin around and then jump. It's really hard, but then you just do the same movement as a Sign Bounce, and you can skip these rings here. It saves around 2 seconds.
Yeah, the fire that fire can hit you as you're doing it, which makes it very risky. And as it's right above as it's right next to a death pit, yeah.
Yeah, if you die there, you lose 20 seconds. It's not awesome.
Yeah. if I could like easily retry it, I would definitely go for it. But yeah, nah, it's not worth it. If you want to see it, I ran this game at GDQ last summer, and yeah, I did it there. So if you want to see that, yeah, check out that run. This run's definitely better than the GDQ run, though. I made a lot of mistakes in that run. So yeah, this is another one of these gold egg missions that actually doesn't require RNG, because there's a lot of fruit here. There's this dino here, and he could drop good fruit, but all the difference that makes is when we pick up one of the fruit or both the fruits.
Yep.
So it doesn't really lose any time at all.
Alright, so we should probably get started on explaining this pretty early. Sand 2 is the next level, and it is at least up there with the hardest levels. It might be the hardest level in the run, depending on who you are.
It's the scariest for sure.
Yeah, there's 3 pretty big major tricks here that save a lot of time each, and they are really hard. So we'll see if Kai can nail them, because if he does, this run could be something pretty special.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off my headset again for this one, because it's terrifying.
Yeah, this level is definitely freaky. It's the one that is just the last major roadblock that you just have to get through.
Yeah. While Kai's got his headset off, I'll explain what's coming up, because there's, like I say, there's a couple of really tough tricks coming up. The first one is called Torch Skip, which is like a sign bounce, again, where you bounce off something, you go away. However, the thing that makes this a lot trickier is the torch is in the air, so you need to be timed, so you bounce off it while you're in the air to get the same kind of boost. But the torch is also on fire, so if you get too close or aren't rotated in the right direction when doing it, you'll get hit. And that's going to be a bit of a mess in the end. And here, Kai got very good RNG to a point where he had to rush to grow that egg before those bees could strike him. Because usually you'll set it up so they both charge at the same time. You do one egg slam, and both of them die, and it's a very quick way of beating all the enemies.
Alright, here's Torch Skip. Hopefully he nails this, because if not, then it's a big time loss.
He goes back to the beginning and he has to do everything again.
Very nice. That'll work.
Nice.
Yeah, well, he's nailed it.
Part 1.
Here's
Part 2.
Next come up is Fammy Skip.
I guess before that we have an egg boost here.
Yeah.
It's similar to the sign boost in Force 2 that we saw earlier. Just set up this egg, bounce in a specific spot, you bounce across here.
Yep. And then there's a very precise bit of move we need to do to make the bee inflate. Have we done? But you need to do it in a very specific spot to make sure the bee inflates. But you see what happens. Luckily though, after doing Torch Skip, Kai did make sure to hit the checkpoint, which means instead of going back to the beginning, which can happen if you don't hit the checkpoint, he just spawns here and he'll do another PDR, I've just seen, to get back up there. So that reset isn't as bad to do.
Yeah, that was still really unfortunate. That was...
Yeah.
I mean, this run was... Like, I'm not even kidding, this was record pace. Like, I'll just be honest. This was a very good run with very minimal mistakes up to this point.
Because now,
like we said, this is probably the hardest and scariest level in the run,
Yeah.
so it's really not
That was a good
bad.
second attempt.
Yeah.
that was a very good second attempt. But as you can see, basically, he makes the bee inflate late. So, essentially, it gives him enough time to get over that gap and into position
Yeah.
to actually clip through the wall and get there.
I don't know why, but lately the camera angles kind of been messing me up a little bit, so that jump across that gap's been ever so more scary for me. There wasn't a problem that second time.
Yeah, like, I don't know, the camera in this game is kind of weird, where sometimes it'll just snap. And if it snaps, like, right before you jump, then you're just gonna die. It's really annoying.
So, here, we can hit this boss in a certain way to skip 2 phases. So after I've done this phase, we're going to basically hit him once, we're going to grab an apple, and then we're going to egg shoot twice, and then we're going to hit him, then we're going to hit him twice. This allows us to time it so that during the 3rd phase we can hit him, the apple respawn, and we can use that to our advantage. So the egg will grow, we're going to egg shoot once, and egg shoot again. Now a lot is going on here, so it might be hard to follow, but yeah, so now that... So essentially, in the next phase, we want to hit him once with this sized egg, which will do 2 damage. And I believe his damage cap is like 3 or 4, but we can do 5 damage by hitting him for 2 damage, then growing an egg, then hitting him for 3. So that's why we did those egg shoot, is to time it so this apple will spawn so in time for us to get extra damage on him. So we're going to hit him once, this apple will respawn, and then we hit him twice. And then he does his Shadow Clones phase, and it's just easiest to like take the damage and hit him afterwards.
Yeah. This phase is the most controlling, or the way you need to have the most control, because you can't just grow the egg and hit him. You need to use the smaller egg to make sure you do 1 tick of small damage before hitting him with the big egg.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to go over the cap, and mean you're not going to be able to get as much damage done onto him.
Yeah, so that's good that we're all set up now. We just got to hope our egg doesn't break on this phase, which I believe I'm in position, so that won't happen. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep, so we can hit... Look, we know which one's the real one because it has a shadow, so... Yep, that's the boss dead.
And it was really close to the middle, so it was good emblem. Good for the emblem grab.
Yeah. That was really nice.
Just curious, do you have chat open, Guy?
I don't know.
Okay, then I am going to post the probable pace.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to psych you out or anything.
Well, I'm assuming it's not 104 since failing that family skip, but I'm assuming it's still a decent 105 at least. Which I'm glad I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad I made a mistake. I mean, yeah, I can't get a PB anymore, but it's like I don't feel as nervous anymore because like my heart was pounding during family skip there because it is one of the scariest tricks in the game. So yeah, we have our final race level of the game. This one isn't really that interesting. Like the only really gimmick of it is that there's these pillars that fall down, and they actually slow down the race. Like this animal here, and we don't want that to happen. So every time we break a pillar, or every time a pillar falls down, we're going to break it. And I think that's it. So if we got donations, go nuts.
Let me have a quick gander. We do not have anything new right now.
No.
However, as I said, keep on donating. Go on. We've got a raffle as well. Got a raffle prizes. Exclamation mark raffle, I think it is. Oh, I hope it is. And we've got all those prizes. Cumulative total of £50 means you can get put into all of those different raffle categories as well. But yeah, keep donating, guys. Thank you very much for all your support so far. And yeah,
awesome. There's some really cool prizes in there as well, for sure. Might try and get my hand on some of them if I can afford to do it. Yeah, and then goal, and then we just wait for the guy's called Bibu, so we've got to wait for Bibu.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Oh, yeah. I thought that was just me for a second. I was terrified.
Yeah. I was about to say. We're good, we're good.
Awesome, so we actually have 2 more levels to go now. And yeah, so the next level is a bit scary. But it has one of the coolest tricks in the run, which I will explain because it is a trick that I found, and it's a trick I hold very dear to my heart. So this trick is called Kaiju, which stands for Kyrrone's Groovy Underground, because this level starts with Billy having to go underground to like basically get like further into the level. But at the start of there's this little exploit that we found. Why'd I go for that? I'm insane. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. It's fine. That's not part of the trick, but yeah, it's cool. I'm just going to take this normally. You should go for a roll jump there, but the camera didn't turn, and I shouldn't have reacted to that better. But yeah, we can actually jump through this definitely like this, roll forward, get up, and then dash jump forward, and we can just do that whole room blind. It's quite easy. It looks scary, but it's really easy to perform, actually. So we're going to bring these bees into this wall like this, and try and get our egg out, which we did. Awesome. Just saves a little bit of time if we actually manage to save our egg, because then we can pick up this one, and that grows much quicker than the white egg. So now, here's one of the scariest tricks in the game as well. Definitely not the hardest, but it's just because it's very near the end of the run. It's kind of like the final gatekeeper of the run for quite a lot of people. There's some people might have like different opinions. So we have to dash jump onto this slide, which is quite a precise jump. I think I got it there. Yep. And then we're going to jump here, land on this very small platform, because we have very little control on that slide, that is quite scary, and we got to do a very precise jump across that gap.
Nice.
And that's called statue jump. Saves about 8 seconds and loses you about 20 if you miss it, so it's really good that I got that.
Yeah, that trick is really scary. It is.
Oops.
Yeah. Not one of my favorites.
Yeah. So what's the... Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a 105 unless maybe if I play the file level perfectly.
Could you let us know what your time is on the split here?
It's right now it's 59:18.
Okay, yeah, you're probably.
I could scrape one, but it might be a very low one.
Yeah, you'd have to play like perfectly.
Oh no, there's no way. No. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think the 105 died with that death at the start of the level. So that's a shame. But we can still get definitely get a marathon record here because I think marathon record at that point was like a very high 106. So
It might.
I thought it was a
might be your
107.
GDQ run.
my GDQ run was a 108.
Yeah, I feel like it is. Has there actually been another one?
I remember talking about it because it's one of the things where no one's ever had a full solid run.
I'm pretty sure I did a UKSG run or something like that. That was really good.
All right. Well, either way, we've
Yeah.
got Palace. This is the last level of the run. Got a couple precise tricks here. First off is a cat clip, just another enemy KBC with that cat, and then we'll set up another sign boost. This trick we would have seen in Circus 2 had we not gone for double out of bounds, but we'll be using a bigger egg and sign bouncing with a smaller egg into it, and it'll give us enough height to skip a large portion of this level.
Yeah. It's one of the coolest tricks in the game for sure. It's one of my favorites personally. I love this level.
This isn't the hardest skip, but it's definitely the biggest in terms of how much time it saves.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole level is like
Connected to
this
small.
skip probably saves like 2 to 2.5 minutes at least. It is a very long level.
And I'm going to get up here because it makes this next platform a lot easier to deal with. There's this little bit of fire that spawns on that platform, but if you spawn halfway up, if you get up halfway across that ramp, it just stops it from... It messes up the cycle a bit, so it makes it basically safe to land on. Nonetheless, that's the level complete, and now we have the final boss, which has 2 phases, so... Yep. And now I actually have a little announcement for you guys. But first I just got to deal with this first phase. But yeah, there will be a little announcement for everyone here, and I think you guys will enjoy this. So, he's going to shoot out these puddles at us, like Mario Sunshine style, and we need to clear them. But, and this is perfect because the puddles are separate, which means I can make my announcement a lot easier. So, if I clear these puddles, like this, and then if I draw a line here, and if I draw a line here, we can then confirm Billy Hatcher is for Smash. I mean, it's a bit scuffed, but yeah.
Billy Hatcher kind of a smash.
Yeah, maybe for rivals. Oh, there we are. Couldn't hold the A button for a second there.
Just too excited.
This is just another cycle-based fight for the most part.
Yeah.
You got to clear these puddles and then deal with this bullet attack.
Oh no, not again. Okay, there we are. Alright, I had a PB die to that phase, and that's like the one phase of this boss that you shouldn't be killing runs to. He just decided to go all jank on me and not get hit by his own attack. So yeah. Basically the objective here is to clear 1 puddle. We don't need to clear any more than that. This phase is a lot harder because you have a lot less time to do it, and there's 4 puddles to deal with and to count for. But I just got 2 there because they were basically bunched together.
Yeah, that was a weird layout.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, we don't have time to announce Billy Hatcher for Smash again.
Yeah. We can't double confirm it.
Yeah.
So sorry, we know we like everyone loves a good confirmation video.
I mean,
yeah.
If you do it twice, doesn't it cancel out? It's not a good thing.
Yeah. He ends up going to Brawl.
No. Yikes.
What do you mean? That's the best Smash game.
Oh no.
Best casually, maybe.
Or is the best Smash game Ultimate?
Monkey will disagree with you there, but I think everyone else here will agree it's ultimate.
Nah. Anyways, this is the true final boss. This is a Darker Raven. Again, just another cycle-based auto scroller. Pretty easy fight. Just take advantage of some damage, some iframes.
Yeah, but for now we can't really do anything. So I'm going to use this opportunity to thank Gammo for allowing me to run this here. It means a lot because I used to be like a big part of the Smash community. I say big part, but I used to used to love being part of it, but like Ultimate wasn't really the game for me, so I haven't really been as active as much recently. But like I've been still hanging around with the Wales guys, and they've been making me feel welcome. So shout outs to everyone in the Smash community for still accepting me. And if you guys want to run this game, feel free. This game is absolutely amazing. It might look like kind of a joke game at first, but I run this game because it's actually one of the best speed games of all time, in my opinion. Like
True.
It's just so crazy, and like you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah, it's really it's really easy to get into. I mean, difficult to master, but the community's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be sure to.
I'm also going to explain why Kai is standing underneath that orb, because it's not just for show. Basically, usually, if you're doing this casually, just trying to catch those balls, you only have 3 frames to do it. But for some reason, if you take damage and do it while you have your invincibility frames, that amount of time gets extended. So it just makes it a lot easier to do. So you can just get hit, mash B, and you're more than likely going to get it.
Yeah. Awesome. And I was also going to say, like, yeah, if anyone's interested in running the game, I will surely help you guys, because I love helping people run this game. I love seeing more people in this community. The more faces, the better. So if you guys are interested, join the Discord. You can find that easily on the speedrun page, or just hit me up. I'm down to help. And we just got one more phase. I might lose my egg here, but that's fine. I can get another one. No, I didn't lose it.
Nice.
Yeah, at 1, 2.
It is.
And then time will end when I grab this emblem and my feet touch the ground. So yeah, 105 just narrowly missed it, but a 106 is still insane nonetheless.
Yeah, you can't complain about that.
Yeah.
This run was really solid outside of Sand 2, really.
Yeah.
So,
and I know I said I was going to donate less, but because I was close to 105, I think I'll still donate a tenner.
Let's get it. GG's.
Yeah. And that's time, by the way. I forgot to say time. But yeah. That was a 106.16 as well. So I was using my own timer during that run. And if we have any more time, because I know I finished Underestimate, I can show off some cool glitches if you want. Or like just a couple of glitches.
I think we can do, yeah. I think very, very quick. Only about 5 minutes, if that's all right.
Yeah, we won't play the credits then. Cool. But yeah, very good run. Yeah, so
which glitches are you going to showcase, Kai? This is a big question.
Well, there's a trick in Blizzard 1. And I don't want to talk about what this trick does, really, until it's happened, because it is quite interesting. And I'll be mad if someone in chat just said what the trick is with, like, a shock face. You know, you've just spoiled the magic. But, no. Someone has, haven't they?
We can confirm or deny that.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna slide down the slide, and we're gonna get stuck in this wall. And you're probably thinking you probably worked out what's going on already, so yeah. And if you still don't have any idea, we're just gonna leave it for a bit, you know. We'll stay in this wall for like roughly a minute, so we'll go like a minute 15. And then when a minute 15 comes up, we're gonna hold right out of this wall. But yeah, is there anything you guys want to say before we're cut off?
Only thing I've got is, thanks to Gammo for having this run. This run is great. Yeah. GG's to Kai. That was a great run. And join the Discord. This game is great. Yeah. Play the game.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And also, fun fact, the UK dominate this game. I mean, right now, the US is on top, but there's a lot of top UK runners. So yeah, get in on this game. Make the UK the hypest.
USA.
UK will take it back.
Yeah. We're 4 seconds off. We got this.
Okay. Not if I have anything to say about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're insane at this game. Go check this world record, by the way. It's insane. So we're gonna hold right at this point, and yeah, so what we were doing this entire time was building up speed. And when we just shoot out the slide, we just go flying into the air, almost made it out of the skybox, which you can do in some scenarios.
To the moon!
And then we fall for a very, very, very long time. But you get a nice little view of the level, and you get to listen to the music as well. That's one thing we didn't to mention, that the music in this game actually slaps, but we don't get to hear like most of the good parts of the songs because we finished levels too quickly. But
The soundtrack is on Spotify.
yeah, it's on
Link to listen
Spotify.
there.
I believe it's called Music Popped Out of the Egg. And you should recognize it because I think the album art has a picture of Billy Hatcher on it. So, yeah, there's actually another glitch I'm going to show off in this level, and we're going to end the street. We're going to end the run there. So I found there's this interesting glitch if you hatch an animal over a specific location. So we're going to do that. Now I only get one shot at this, and if I fail it, uh-oh. So we're going to hatch this animal, and funnily enough, this trick uses that little bit of platform that we built up speed on. So I'm going to let these penguins spin out so they're out of the way, and we're going to just knock them out, and then we can set this up. This is quite precise, but it's also fairly easy. Might fail at first try, but I should be able to get like a couple of attempts at least. So if we dunk our egg here, hatch, like this, you'll see that he's then going to fall into the void.
I actually
we-
have not seen this.
And you crash the game, and like you can't do anything. The game's now crashed. All you can do is move the
Wow.
camera. And I call this the freeze frame glitch. Like
That
you
is
murder an animal and you die.
I've never seen that actually.
that is new to me. Wow.
Yeah, I love this trick. It was found like years ago. Like there's a YouTube video of this guy doing it in multiplayer. But yeah, like the other week I found a way to do it like in single player mode. So I love showing this off. And I think that's everything really. Yeah, thank you for having me. And look, definitely stay tuned for the next run because Ori and the Will-O-Wisp is a great game, and I know Scarfelt's an amazing run of the game. So make sure to catch that.
Well, brilliant. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. And thank you for running, Kyrrone. Thank you. And you two for co-commentating as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, next we are going to get Ori and the Will-O-the-Wisps run by none other than the Scarfelt, of course. So do stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll see you all very, very soon.